The first thing that came to my mind was it could not possibly be Altoona. When we first heard Pennsylvania, you obviously think of the bigger cities like a Philadelphia or Pittsburgh. So I was pretty shocked that it was Altoona. And being from here, just wanted to make sure that hopefully the person was apprehended or at least questioned in case it is not the right person. Just glad that somebody locally was aware enough to actually see the person and call in that it could possibly be the suspect. So I think that says a lot of wonderful things about people who are very aware of what's going on around them. So it's very appreciative that now maybe that we can start putting it to rest, especially for the family.
Could you spell your name?
Sure, Tarawwood.
Okay. So how did you hear about what happened here today?
I was driving for work and I had heard, just following the story, and I am in healthcare, and I had just heard that a suspect was possibly apprehended in Pennsylvania. So right away I sort of assumed Philadelphia or maybe even Pittsburgh, and thinking of like if this person was on a bus, and then shortly thereafter it said Altoona, and I was pretty shocked. And then kind of thought, well, it's still just a person of interest. Maybe it's not that person and they're just checking it out. So it was kind of shocking that it was Altoona.
Are you hopeful that it is that person?
Well, I'm hopeful that it is for the family and to put to rest a lot of law enforcement that
The
I think
family
has
of
been...
the CEO?
Yeah, and that a lot of the law enforcement that's been working, the last 6 days or so to try to capture the individual. It does scare a lot of people that this could just happen randomly, even if he was targeted.
Mm-hmm. So did you come to McDonald's because of this, or did you just so happen to be coming
Actually,
here?
I have my manager from work is with me today from out of town, and my daughter goes to school up the street, and I said, we were going to get a coffee for the afternoon, so I said, let's just go to McDonald's and grab a coffee.
Did you know that it was this one?
Oh, yeah, I knew that it was this one. Yeah, word got around town pretty quick. But I did tell another gentleman that I was surprised, thinking that if the suspect came in off a bus, the other McDonald's in town is like a block from the bus station. So I was surprised it wasn't the one across town, where you can get off a bus and hop over the bridge right to McDonald's. So.
What do you feel about some of the reactions people have been having to the assassination? Some people sharing. Yeah. I'm sure you've seen some of the comments.
No, yeah, I think it's kind of sad. I'm a parent, and this gentleman was a parent, and no matter what his job was, he's still a dad to some children. So, that sort of breaks my heart a little bit. I think you have to remove people from what their occupation is. But you're always going to have in this country, people are going to think what they want to think and feel and express. But there's no justification for killing somebody, Mm-hmm. I mean, first and foremost, I'm sure this gentleman was a family man and a father.
Did you feel unsafe at all as a resident learning that this bus suspect was in the city?
You know what? I don't. I feel like Altoona is a pretty close-knit community, and it also reassures me that someone from here was aware enough to see somebody, and I had heard that somebody said the eyebrows look so similar, so I'm not sure if he had a mask on, but that somebody was actually thinking, that could be him, I better just make a phone call. So that makes me feel really good about this town and the safety in our police department.
Does it surprise you that he would stop at a McDonald's?
It surprises me that he would stop in Altoona, but yes, at a McDonald's. Yeah, it does surprise me a little bit.
Yeah, interesting choice.
You think he would be running as far and fast away from New York as he could, but I guess you never know. We'll find out maybe more as the story develops.
Yeah, they said they were going to give another update tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Is that okay if I get a picture of you?
Sure.
Does anything come to mind after hearing that he had a manifesto, multiple fake IDs?
I think what comes to mind is the fact that he was just a person of interest, but now you start to feel like, okay, they probably got their guy. That just maybe reassures the public and law enforcement that, all right, we can take a step back. Got the right person.
I think it's pretty crazy for a little town like this, for such a big event, and that he comes to a little town like this. It's kind of neat, kind of crazy.
What were your first thoughts when you heard that whole situation happen, like the beginning, a few days ago, the whole murder?
To be honest with you, not knowing the whole story, I didn't really want to have any opinions on it. But, I see there's a lot of people that are having issues with that health system. And So I kind of see where he was coming from. Not that it's right to kill anybody by any means, but you know, the anger. I could see somebody being really angry and doing something like that. So
Do you feel a sense of relief that he was here and that he was found?
absolutely, absolutely, for sure, for sure. I feel a lot safer, and I know our Altoona police they're on top of things. So they did a wonderful job, I'm sure.
Anything else you want to add to this?
No, sir.
No? Want to provide your name?
Shannon,
Spell it, please.
SHANNON.